they bring sport directive Ralph Ragnick, which is something that nobody understands. Bring sport directive, like for example Liverpool or Manchester City, Chelsea, they are one step behind or two because of this kind of mistakes. In my opinion, they should improve and change probably the.
He obviously wasn't delivering the big titles that United wanted and were used to. But to a point, someone like Ralph Rangnick, I mean, and I'm thinking if
nobody.
Had you heard of him?
No, of course not.
You've never heard of this guy?
Nobody, and the people who I speak, nobody knew it. Who is him?
So suddenly did you call him the boss?
Of course, I respect. We have to call because he assumed the job. Regardless, all the coaches that I had in my career, I call them boss because if they assume the job, we have to call in that way. But in the end, deep inside me, I never saw him as a boss because I saw some points that I never agreed, and he stopped in the time as well because if you're not being a coach, the next 5 years you're gonna lost the identity of to be a coach. So surprised me a lot. But in the same way, don't surprise me a lot because if you see the structures, they keep it the same. So the coaches didn't surprise me, but it was a tough moment.
What was extraordinary was very quickly after Rangnick took over, he started briefing journalists that you weren't pressing enough and that maybe it would be a good idea if you moved on from the club. And I'm like, who is this guy? And why is he saying this to the man who's scoring the goals?
To be honest, Piers, it's something that I don't understand. It's the new coaches that coming around, they think they find the last Coca-Cola in the desert, which is I don't understand. The football there invents many years. So, but I respect any coach have a different approach, different opinions, different mentality, but kind of some points that you not agree. So I'm always like that in my life. I'm always been besides the best coaches in the world, Zidane, Ancelotti, Mourinho, Fernando Santos, Allegri. So I had kind of some experience because I learned from them. And when you see some coaches that they're coming, that they want to revolution the football, I not agree. I have my opinion. They agree or they disagree, but it's part of the business because in the end of the day, I'm in a club to win. And with my experience, I want to help, like always. And some coaches that don't accept. And, it's part of the job.
Did he know what he was doing, Rangnick, or not? At a club like United?
No, they don't. They knew with the club very well, but they don't know the dimension of the club inside, the history of the club, which is for me surprised me even more, which is when the soccer, Ole Solskjaer, you should bring a top manager.